Okay, this is a quick video of our assignment for today in case you need a little bit of extra support to check your answers or to see if you're doing it right or to do if you were absent today maybe. So the first thing you want to do is you know that if it's in y equals mx plus b form, which it is, you can graph it. You always need to put your first dot on the y-intercept, which is the b. So in this case, that's -1. So put your first dot on -1. From there, you're going to count slope. The top number is your rise. The bottom number is your run. So you're going to rise 1, run 1, 2, 3, 4, and keep going. If that goes down, you need to keep going down 1/4 as well to be able to put as many dots on your paper as possible. That way, when you have a straight edge, it can be a lot straighter because you can have more dots for it to go through. Arrows on both ends, don't forget about that. Okay, number 2. Your first dot is going to go on the y-intercept, which in this case is 2. So on the y-axis, dot at 2. Your slope is a negative hidden invisible 1. So that's -1/1. So you're going to go down 1/1, down 1/1. Remember that negative slopes go down to the right. And then you're also going to continue that pattern back up here, just so that you can fill as many dots in on your graph as possible. It helps get that nice, neat straight line. Arrows on both ends. Okay, number 3, and feel free to pause this video if I'm going too fast or replay or whatever. First one is dot goes on the 1 on the y-axis. This is a hidden invisible 1/1 slope, so you're going to go up 1/1 because it's positive this time. So up 1/1, and then you can continue it going the other direction too. A lot of dots means you may not even have to get out a ruler. All right, number 4. First dot goes on the y-intercept, which is -4. So go down 4 and put your first dot. The slope is +4/3, so you're going to go up 4/3, up 4/3. And I think that's all you can fit on this graph. Okay, looks like that. Number 5 is y equals -3x minus 3. Your first dot goes on -3. And that -3, if you turn it into a whole number, into a fraction, which you need to do with slopes, always go over 1. If it's a whole number, it always goes over 1. So I'm going to go down 3/1 because it's a negative slope. So be sure then you can go back up 3/1, but be sure you go to the left when you're going up, because overall, in order to be a negative slope, it needs to be going down as you read it from left to right. Okay, number 6. That's a y equals 4. You guys have graphed this before. If you can't remember if it goes vertically on the 4 or horizontally on the 4, a good way to remember how to do it is make a little mini table of x and y values, and it means all the y's have to equal 4. So all of these y's would be 4, 4, 4, and you could keep going, but once you get 3, you'll probably get an idea. Make up whatever you want for the x's, and then just graph these. Turn these into coordinate points. So 0, 4 would be right here. 1, 4 would be right here. 2, 4 would be 2, 4 right there. So then you can get a good feel for whether or not this is supposed to be horizontal or whether it's supposed to be vertical. And that should have been a straight line, but that's okay. All right, so y equals is horizontal and x equals is vertical. All right, turn your paper over. On the back, actually, let me get this one. Okay, on the back, it is 3/5 x minus 1. So first dot goes at -1. And then the slope is 3/5, so that's up 3/5. And always go up and to the right unless it's a negative slope. That's when you go down and to the right. Okay, and then we can keep going down 3/5 this way. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just to make sure that the pattern continues. This is a positive slope. It's going up from right to left to right. Sorry. All right, number 8 is kind of what we talked about earlier. It's an x equals. So again, if you forget whether that's this direction or this direction, make a mini table. Put x's as 5 no matter what you have. You have all x's on the, or sorry, all 5's on the x's, and then pick whatever you want for the y's. So 5, 0 would be right here. 5, 1 would be right here. 5, 2. And so then you'll realize that it is a vertical line. Hopefully your lines are straighter than mine. Okay, well, forget that. But it's vertical on the 5. Number 9, I'm not going to make a little mini table, but you can. This would be a horizontal line on the 3. Having trouble writing straight lines. Number 10 is y equals 3x minus 2 is your y-intercept. So your first dot goes there. Remember, whole numbers like 3 are the same thing as 3 over 1. So you're going to go up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1. It would be like right there. 3 over 1. And then draw in your straight line. Don't forget your arrows on both ends. Good. Got 2 more. So number 11 is y equals 4x plus 3. So your first dot is going to go up the y-axis at positive 3. You're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1 is slightly off the graph. So I'm going to go back down 4 over 1. Down 4 over 1. Just be sure you're careful to put the dots to the left because this is a positive 4 over 1 slope. So it needs to be going uphill from left to right. Okay, and then the very last one is 6/5 x plus 5. So first dot goes at 5 on the y-axis. You would go up 6 over 5, but since that's very far off the graph, I'm going to go back down 6 over 5. Just be sure you would go to the left because what needs to happen is you need to be able to look at it and determine that this is a positive slope because it goes uphill from left to right since it's a positive 6/5. If I were to go down 6 over 5 this way, that would make my slope going downhill from left to right, which is a negative slope. So I need to be sure you put your dot in the right spot so that it's going to go uphill from left to right. Okay, there you go.